Welcome to the Rare Sats podcast, where we uncover Bitcoin's best-kept secrets, rare Satoshis. Every episode, we dive into these hidden digital treasures, exploring their value, their history, and why collectors are obsessed. Whether you're here to learn or looking to collect, we'll give you the insights you need to stay ahead in the crypto game. Ready to join the hunt? Hit subscribe, and let's dive in. Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. We're going to be focusing on something today that I think you'll appreciate as Bitcoin enthusiasts. So imagine owning a piece of digital art that's directly connected to the very beginning of Bitcoin, like back when Satoshi was still actively mining.
It's pretty amazing. We're going to be exploring a recent auction where a single piece of digital artwork sold for 0.411 Bitcoin.
Wow.
Roughly $29,750 US.
Wow, that's incredible.
And what makes the sale so interesting is the artwork's connection back to the genesis of Bitcoin.
Okay, so let's break it down. What makes this digital art so special? It's part of a collection called Satoshi's Blocks. And it was created by an artist known as Nullish.
Right, and Nullish is known for a minimalist style called on-chain art, which means the artwork's creation and ownership are recorded directly on a blockchain. In this case, it's the Bitcoin blockchain. Nullish has worked with both Ethereum and Bitcoin, but Satoshi's Blocks focuses specifically on Bitcoin.
And speaking of Bitcoin's origins, this collection goes all the way back to 2009.
Yes.
The year Bitcoin was born.
Exactly. To understand Satoshi's Blocks, we need to go back to the very beginning. In 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto was mining the first blocks of the Bitcoin blockchain.
Wow.
This collection focuses specifically on Block 9.
Block 9.
The 9th block ever mined in Bitcoin's history.
Okay.
What makes this block even more significant is that some of the Bitcoin from this block were later transferred to Hal Finney, a key figure in the early Bitcoin community.
Wait, so the artwork sold in this auction is linked to Bitcoin from the same block that Satoshi mined and Hal Finney received.
Yes.
It's like owning a piece of the internet's history.
It really is. And to add to its rarity, the artwork sold is one of only 9 ever created.
9?
Using Satoshis from Block 9.
Wow.
So these aren't just any Bitcoin. They carry a direct lineage back to the foundation of Bitcoin.
That is incredible. As someone who's new to Bitcoin, this is already blowing my mind.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, how do you even make art using Bitcoin? I get that it's digital, but isn't Bitcoin mainly for transactions?
Right. Well, that's where something called ordinal inscriptions comes in.
Okay.
Think of it as a way to permanently attach digital art, or any digital content for that matter, to a single Satoshi, which is the smallest unit of a Bitcoin.
Okay.
This attachment is recorded on the blockchain, making it tamper-proof and verifiable forever.
So to clarify, this artwork is essentially linked to a tiny fraction of a Bitcoin that came from one of the first blocks mined by Satoshi and later sent to another Bitcoin legend, Hal Finney.
Exactly.
That's some serious historical weight.
Yeah, it really is. And that historical weight, combined with the unique properties of ordinal inscriptions, contributes to the artwork's value. It's not just a digital image. It's a piece of history permanently intertwined with the blockchain. And the fact that this particular piece edition, #7/9, sparked a 30-minute bidding war on Magiceden.
30 minutes.
A popular platform for buying and selling digital assets.
Wow.
It shows just how much demand there is for this kind of art.
That's intense, a 30-minute bidding war. So it sounds like there's a lot more to unpack here. Where have the other pieces from this collection ended up? Have they gotten similar attention?
Yeah, so another piece from this same Satoshi's Blocks collection was sold by Sotheby's.
Sotheby's?
It's one of the most renowned auction houses in the world.
The place that auctions off masterpieces by artists like Picasso and Van Gogh. That's a pretty big deal.
It's a clear sign that Bitcoin-related art, especially art connected to Bitcoin's origins, is starting to gain mainstream recognition. It's not just a niche interest anymore. Traditional art collectors are taking notice.
Okay, so we've got these incredible artworks tied to Block 9, sold at prestigious auction houses and online platforms. What about the rest of the collection? Where did those pieces end up?
Well, one of the pieces is owned by a prominent collector who's deeply involved in both the art world and the crypto world.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we can't disclose their name. But let's just say they have a significant influence in both spheres.
Okay, that's understandable, but it just reinforces the point, right?
Yeah.
This isn't some fringe hobby anymore. People with serious influence are recognizing the value of Bitcoin history and the artistic potential of ordinal inscriptions. But what does this all mean for someone like me? A student who's still learning about Bitcoin, should I be rushing out to buy one of these Satoshi's blocks pieces?
That's a great question, and honestly, it depends. It's important to remember that the value of any artwork, digital or physical, is subjective.
Right, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. But beyond aesthetics, there's a powerful narrative at play here.
Uh,
These artworks represent a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in history, a moment that changed the way we think about money and technology. And for some people, that connection holds immense value.
So it's less about chasing a quick profit and more about appreciating the story,
Yeah.
the significance of owning something so unique and historically relevant.
Precisely. It's about recognizing the value of digital scarcity. The idea that even in the digital world, some things can be truly rare and irreplaceable.
Okay.
And that rarity combined with the historical significance is what drives the value of these pieces.
I'm starting to get the bigger picture.
Hmm.
It's not just about owning a cool piece of art.
Yeah.
It's about owning a piece of the future.
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole conversation so exciting. We're witnessing the birth of a new era where digital art and blockchain technology intersect to create something truly unique and valuable. These artworks are a testament to that.
So what's the key takeaway for our listeners, especially those new to Bitcoin?
I think the key takeaway is that Bitcoin is more than just a digital currency. It's a cultural phenomenon. With a rich history and a vibrant community as you delve deeper into the world of Bitcoin, keep an eye out for these unique intersections of art, technology, and history. You never know what treasures you might find.
That's some great advice. It's like you're telling us to be archaeologists, digging through the layers of the blockchain to uncover hidden gems.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe one day you'll discover the next Satoshi's blocks.
Right.
A hidden piece of Bitcoin history waiting to be unearthed.
Okay, that's enough to give me chills. I'm
Yeah.
feeling inspired to dive deeper into the history of Bitcoin. Who knows what I might find?
That's the spirit. Now let's shift gears a bit and explore another aspect of this intersection between Bitcoin and art.
Okay, I'm all ears. What else have you got for us?
Let's talk about the broader trend of ordinal inscriptions themselves.
Okay.
Remember, this technology isn't just about attaching art to Satoshis from the early days. It has much broader applications. Remember how we talked about on-chain art earlier? Well, ordinal inscriptions allow anyone to create this type of art attaching digital content to a single Satoshi. And it's not limited to just images, either think text, music, even videos, all permanently linked to the Bitcoin blockchain.
So it's not just about owning a piece of Bitcoin history. It's about the possibility of creating your own piece of Bitcoin history.
Precisely, and that's what's so exciting about ordinal inscriptions. They open up a whole new world of possibilities for artists, collectors, and anyone interested in exploring the intersection of art and technology. It's like having a digital canvas that's permanently etched into the fabric of Bitcoin.
That's a really cool concept. I'm always interested in things that are accessible and have the potential to shake things up. It's incredible to see how Bitcoin, this technology that was initially designed for financial transactions, can also become a platform for artistic expression and innovation.
Yeah, it really speaks to the adaptability and boundless potential of blockchain technology as a whole. And what's particularly fascinating about ordinal inscriptions is that they tap into a concept that we haven't really touched on yet.
Okay.
Digital scarcity.
Digital scarcity. That sounds intriguing. Could you elaborate on that a bit?
Sure. So in the digital world, we're used to things being very easily copied and shared.
Right.
You know, a simple click and you can duplicate a file almost instantly.
Right.
But with ordinal inscriptions, each inscription is unique and can never be truly replicated.
So it's like owning the original versus a copy. Even though it's digital, there's only one authentic version.
Exactly. And that concept of digital scarcity ties into the value proposition of ordinal inscriptions. It's similar to how we value rare physical objects, like a first edition book, a vintage stamp, or a one-of-a-kind painting. The fact that they are scarce and irreplaceable contributes to their inherent value.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like bringing the principles of scarcity from the physical world into the digital realm.
Exactly. And that's what makes ordinal inscriptions so groundbreaking. You know, they challenge our traditional notions of ownership and value in the digital age. And as more people become aware of this concept, it's likely to have a significant impact on how we view and interact with digital art and collectibles.
It's exciting to think about the implications, especially as someone who's just starting to explore the world of Bitcoin. What are some of the potential implications you see for the future?
Well, for one, I think we'll see a continued growth in the market for ordinal inscriptions. As more artists and collectors embrace this technology, we'll likely see more innovative and groundbreaking projects emerge.
And could it potentially extend beyond just art? Could we see ordinal inscriptions used for other types of digital assets?
Absolutely. Think about music literature, even historical documents. All of these things could be inscribed onto Satoshis, creating unique, verifiable, and tamper-proof digital artifacts.
Wow, that's really mind-blowing. It's like the potential applications are limitless. It really makes you think about the future of ownership and how we assign value in an increasingly digital world.
Exactly. And it all circles back to the revolutionary nature of Bitcoin. It's not just a currency, it's a platform for innovation, a technology that has the potential to reshape how we think about value ownership and the very nature of digital assets.
This has been an incredible deep dive. We've gone from exploring a single piece of art linked to the genesis of Bitcoin to understanding the broader implications of ordinal inscriptions and the concept of digital scarcity. It's been a journey through history, technology, and even a bit of philosophy.
It's been a pleasure diving into this with you, and I hope our listeners, especially those new to the world of Bitcoin, feel empowered to continue exploring this fascinating space.
I second that. There's so much to discover, so much to learn, and so much to create. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.